Good morning, it's 11 o'clock on. Oh my gosh, the days are all turning into the same day. I think it's Wednesday. I don't know how many days I've been incarcerated for. Let me see. I'll have a think. My isolation finishes at the end of midnight the following Monday, so that's day 10. Anyway, yes, I've just got up. It's really late, it's 11. I did initially wake up at 8, but I felt really grotty. And so I thought, I need the sleep. And so I went back to sleep and only just woke up now. I've still got a lot of yesterday's vlog to edit. I never do it like this. I always do a rough cut before I go to bed, even if it's late, but I didn't feel like it yesterday. That's the decaf going in now. Well, I don't know what I'm going to end up vlogging about today. We'll see what happens, won't we, as the day goes on. That's the thing with daily vlogging. You could think, I won't vlog today, I'm just at home again. Nothing's going to happen. But then you get to the end of the day and stuff always does happen because you live your life, and even on the most dull days there are interesting moments of it. So my advice is just plough through and something will come out. This puzzle's come to a bit of a halt. I didn't do any last night because I just didn't feel up to it. Been sorting out my bushy bits from my watery bits and sky bits. Well, I got my vlog up. I'm doing a bit of digital decluttering at the moment, which is basically deleting my raw footage from my vlogs, because as you can imagine, it builds up very, very quickly and fills my hard drive up in no time. There's another lot gone. I don't quite delete everything, but I tend to leave the thumbnails and the still frames that I used to make the thumbnails in case anything ever happens to the video and I need to re-upload it, and then I'll have the thumbnail again. Delete. Ah, there we are, that's done. My hard drive's looking a little healthier again now. Excellent. I can't believe it's nearly October. How is it nearly October, and where is this year going? I mean, it is not the best of years, to be fair, so in a way I'll be glad to see the back of it, but you know, I don't want to wish my life away, so anyway, can't believe it. I'll be out and about Christmas shopping before we know it. Right, I haven't got a lot on today's list, to be honest, and I'm trying to take it easy and listen to my body, so when I get tired I'm having a rest, you know. But anyway, right, what have I got to do? Oh, I've been invited to take part in a trial having COVID, something to do with treatments, so I was going to do a bit more research that I've looked already and it looks legitimate, so I was going to give them a ring and just say, well, I'm not actually that ill, do you still want me, kind of thing. I need to put Izzy on the electoral register, put dry clothes away, boring item for list, but nonetheless needs doing. Oh, I'm having a bit of trouble teaching Izzy to cook. She's not interested, basically, is the thing. She only wants to cook oven food because it's easy and she likes it. She says she doesn't want to learn to cook the sorts of things that I cook because she says that's not the sort of thing that she would choose to prepare for herself. Why am I talking up this angle? Probably not the best time to try and teach her to cook while I've got COVID, but anyway, I thought, right, baby steps. She likes chips, so she does oven chips in the active fry very happily, so I'm going to teach her today by standing back and letting her just do it, giving her instructions, to basically chip up some normal potatoes and cook them in the active fry as chips, and also to just boil veg on the stove, because if she has to do the veg, she either does a salad, which is delicious and she's very good at salads, or she'll do something like frozen peas in the microwave. She's not very happy using our gas hob, which I totally understand. I think a lot of people are not happy using a gas hob and they choose electric, but we have a gas hob, and I'm sure that when she moves out initially to uni, halls, whatever, I'm sure they'll have electric because of health and safety. But anyway, she's going to have to learn to use it at some point, so I'm going to get her to boil up some kale on the stove as well as doing chips, and that's our baby step. And I will fry the fish. I'll do that bit. So yeah, I'm going to start weaning it in now because it's getting ridiculous. She's 16. She needs to learn how to cook properly. She can bake, by the way. She is very good at desserts, cakes, biscuits, tarts, you know, all that stuff. Fun things that are fun to eat she's good at because she's been motivated to learn that, but she's not been motivated to do soups, stews, you know, veggie bolognese type things, stir fries, curries. Not interested, but there we are. We'll get there. Oh, and I finished a bit prematurely there. I also want to set up a spreadsheet now for taking bookings in for one particular Kaylee band that I'm in, because so far we've only got one real booking and one potential one, but hopefully they're going to start coming in, so I want to start as I mean to go on with that. What else? I need to put the bins out, but not till later. I'll probably do it after dark when everyone's in their houses. But before I do anything else, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, because that old coffee there has long since been drunk. Oh, do you know what? We're getting sidetracked now, but it's a good sidetrack. We're going to have a sneak out here now and see if anything needs picking. See, the tomatoes have been like bashed down by the elements lately. Look at these weird ones. You know, this one snapped and I basically sellotaped the stalk. And all the leaves died off it. So it's not been photosynthesizing, but somehow or another it managed to produce these weird fruits. Oh, there's a caterpillar. How appetizing. These are going red. These look like little cherry tomatoes on this one. Look at them, teeny tiny. And these are different ones because I got these ready grown from Asda. But look, they're going blighty. And I can tell you they don't taste good because I had a little nibble of a cooked one and it was disgusterous. So I'm probably not going to eat those, unfortunately. I haven't done very well with my garden, have I? Look at all these leaves though, very autumnal now, they're all coming off. But I'll be able to put them in my compost bin and hopefully generate some compost out of it, so that's one advantage. Right, any courgettes? So they were starting to come. Look, they're not decaying. Well, that one is a little. I think sometimes if something's it's so squishy, something's like still attached to the end, I think that can go a bit mouldy and then spread up. But yeah, they're still coming. They're tiny, but they're coming. Oh, blimey. Nice to have a bit of fresh air anyway. I haven't watered these for days because we've had torrential rain almost non-stop. Well, this one looks like it's pretty much big enough to pick, doesn't it? Shall I give it another day? Yes, let it get a little bit bigger. I've got plenty of other fresh veg from Asda's to eat. Like a treasure hunt. I think that's it though. Sabine. These aren't really very good, you know. I don't think they're worth eating. I still have some little bunches of teeny beanies coming. Look, there being an example. There's lots of these. So I don't know if they'll be any good, but I think I'll have to pick them when they're very, very small. Otherwise they just go too tough now, this late in the season. There we are. The harvest of today. One bean. I'm going to get back in. Oops, I'm banging my thing. I'm going to make that cup of tea and go upstairs and crack on with my list while I've still got some energy, because I've got a feeling, going by the pattern of the last few days, I'm going to have a bit of a post-lunch crash. So yes, I shall anticipate that and just try and get it done now. Oh, and just sort that lot out while the kettle's boiling and the tea bag is steeping. That'll do. Well, that's marginally better, and this is probably steeped by now. There we are, one lovely cup of tea to go upstairs with me now. I'll probably do the electoral register thing first, because I think that's going to be really quick. A few clicks and a little bit of typing, and I think it'll be done. Then I'll ring the trial place and see what they got to say. I don't think I'm ill enough to qualify, but we'll see. I'd like to do my bit to help out, you know. And then when I get driven down by hunger, I shall come down and make my lunch. Okay, hunger drove me down. It is sometime later. I have registered Isabel to vote. I rang up the clinical trial people, but I'm not ill enough, as I suspected, to take part. So that was a dead end. What else? Oh yeah, started up my spreadsheet for bookings for one of my particular bands. And now I'm going to cook something the same as I cooked yesterday, because I don't want the sausages to go off when they're opened. Here we go again, pretty similar to yesterday. I'm frying an egg. I fried some mushrooms and a pepper. I didn't fry a pepper yesterday. The last 3 sausages. Now, another difference is that I decided to boil the spinach in a tiny bit of water, because I found that frying it in an open pan, it lost its succulence a bit. There we are, all done, and I'm going to have to charge this battery up now because it's flashing red. It's just coming up to about 5:30 now. I'm sitting back at my desk. I've edited everything I've done so far while my battery was charging, and it's still not charged, but I've nicked it out early. I've been learning some vocabulary on this body parts video. I mean, I know most of the body parts in Portuguese, but there are some I didn't know, and this is a good example. The ears, there's 2 words for ears in Portuguese, the outer bit and the inner bit. Well, I never. So I'm making myself a nice study set out of those anyway, called body bits. And you know, when you type it in, because you specify which language is going to go in which bit, it does a little list on the drop down of which ones to put in, and once you've done your second language one and then you start on the English one, it gives suggestions because it already knows what it means, and you could just pick from a drop down if you don't want to type it all. Sometimes anyway, not always. It's about 7:45 in the evening. I've had a sleep, just got up. I must admit, I feel horrible now. I'm feeling probably the worst I've felt since this all started. Like glandy, the stomach ache is back, and I kind of feel like I'm weighed down, I suppose. But anyway, nonetheless, I've promised I will go and oversee Izzy making these chips in the active fry, and we're hungry, so it needs to be done. She's got the chips on, you might be able to hear, and she's preparing some kale now, ready for just boiling on the stove top. And I'm in here because I'm just keeping out the way because, you know, the dreaded contamination and all that. And I'll go in then and do the fish probably once she's got that sorted. Oh yeah, there we are, yay. My arms are aching lifting puzzle pieces. It's not ideal. I want to go back to bed. Maybe I'll feel a bit better after some food. I've got a tummy ache though again now. It was all going a bit too well, wasn't it? Let's face it. I've decided to go for all the C pieces that have got bits of rope on, as you can look at the picture and work out where they are, kind of. Ooh, ooh, I love it when I notice stuff like this. It's like continents coming together. Yay! Just thinking, it's quite appropriate to be doing ropey pieces when I'm feeling ropey. I've come to see what's happening in here. Oh yes, got about 19 minutes left on the chips. You can see they're starting to brown around the corners and they're smelling very nice. I'm going to boil that kettle up now and put some hot water on there, and I'm going to get Izzy to just basically light it, because this is where she gets the collie wobbles. She doesn't like lighting the gas stove. To be fair, it's a bit of a swine of a stove and it doesn't always light, but she could always use the clicker thingy, you know, the long-handled lighter. If she wants to be guaranteed success first time, perhaps I'll suggest it. I cooled her down, she's been down, she's put the water on, she's put the lid on, and she's lit it. Baby steps. She didn't want to use the lighter. That was just one step too far, but luckily she lit it first time. Does anybody else have any teens with a gas stove phobia? Yeah, I'm sure I would have been the same, to be honest. Then I've put the bassa fillets in and they're smelling good already. And I know what I fancy. Can of Coke. Oh, I haven't had one for days and days. Because I normally only have them when I go out for my walks. I take them with me in my bag, you know. And then I've got a nice cold drink to drink when I get really hot and sweaty. It's 9:45 at night now. I've eaten dinner, it was delicious. Thank you, Izzy, for your contribution. Very good, most appreciated. And I've just gone boing and I'm feeling much, much better. Hey, do you remember I was saying the other day I had a text from TTP asking me to fill out an online questionnaire so that I will then be contacted again by TTP. And it didn't accept it and it asked me to resubmit. And then by the time I did it, it had expired. Well, I had another one today and I've just done it now. And literally all I did was put in the code they sent me, confirmed my identity, and they said submission complete. So I don't know what that was all about, but I expect we're going to get a call tomorrow. It won't take me very long, but I'm just going to clean up these few items. If you enjoyed the video today, could you please give it a like? It really helps the channel to grow. I really appreciate it. Thumbs downs also help the channel to grow because it's still engagement, but I'm not quite as keen on those, but you know, whatever. Anyway, if you are new here and would like to follow more of my story, do hit the subscribe button and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!